Oh, hello there. Finley here, co-owner and lovable barkeep here at Finley's Fresh Catch in Port Savorsa. Are you tired of eating bland, charred fish? Do you want some unique, flavorful fillets of fish? Come on down to Finley's. We have some rare and special spices from all over Manassas, which we use to take our patrons on an adventure without ever having to brave the violet woods. Come on in, and don't forget to mention you heard about us from your local town crier. Also, we have 5 to 6 different types of ale and meads ready to pour. So come on down and let my brother Falder and I take you on an adventure you won't soon forget. Remember, that's Finley's Fresh Catch in Port Savorsa. Hey guys, it's Alex Reed here, your GM and guide for Cocked, a Real Play RPG podcast. This week we're going to get into the question for the cast and crew pretty quickly here. And the question is, does your character like or dislike surprises? Why or why not?
Hi.
Oh, you, Reg.
Hello. I'm Reggie Morris. I play Brakka Olton, the Kobold Artificer. Brakka does not like surprises, period, regardless of what they are, because he's already a really jumpy person. So something unexpected, regardless of what it is, just popping out, he'll probably have a heart attack and die within a second of it.
Oh gosh.
No.
Slight exaggeration.
No.
Just
Checks
a slight
out.
exaggeration.
We're
but-
making notes. Surprise, Brakka.
I was going to say, so it sounds like Aegard's going to be the reason Brakka dies, but just because he's trying to pull a prank.
Right. He's gonna like turn into like another giant squid outside of wherever Brakka's sleeping,
Oh
and then
my
Brakka's
gosh.
just gonna keel over.
Aegard,
and,
step 1, find dragon. Step 2,
Oh, no.
surprise Brakka with dragon.
Step 2, wild shape into tiny version of dragon.
Oh,
Oh, I wonder if that would do something.
yeah, he can't.
Might be
Hi
hungry.
guys, this is Alex Groves. It's low energy. Hi guys, this is Alex Groves. I play Aegard, the Furball Druid. Woo! Does Aegard? Yeah. Okay, I'll do it again. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, this is Alex Groves. I play Aegard, the Furball Druid. Aegard does like surprises. Now, what I'm not sure, obviously, Aegard is growing as we continue the story and stuff like that. I don't know if Aegard would like a surprise on himself. He does like surprises for other people. Obviously, he, in a previous episode, scared Finley by turning into a giant octopus. But I would say he probably does like surprises for himself, though, because, again, he's all about the new experiences, exploring this world, adventuring. So, as long as it's not, a negative surprise, then I would say that he probably, I think he's okay with surprises.
Hey, guys. This is Jessica Reed. I play Kadie, a dragonborn fighter. I don't think Kadie minds surprises as long as they're not negative. As Aegard, or as Alex was saying about Aegard. Yeah, I don't think she minds them too much because obviously with the raptor coming out and the giant octopus, she was pretty receptive to pranks per se, or things where she had someone that she's comfortable with around. But anything else, if she was by herself or something like that, I don't think she would be too keen. Her breath weapon would probably be her first go-to.
That'd be funny. When is Katie's birthday, and can we have a surprise party where it's just Ibron jumping out, screaming surprise,
I feel like all I'm
and then you
hearing,
freeze him?
I feel like all I'm hearing is that I'm going to have to figure out how to do like a haunted house mirror fun house.
Oh, my
Somehow work that into the
goodness.
campaign that you guys have to get through, because I feel like
Sure.
all of you would be freaking out except for Aegard.
Well, we'll see.
Brakka has to see himself in a mirror? Nah.
Oh, no.
No, they're all like, wall mirrors, so he would be able to see himself.
They're hung up like 4 feet off the
Yeah.
ground.
What are you guys doing?
Why are you guys so scared? But anyway, last episode we ended with the party talking to Alfred about the purple stones they have recovered and finding out how they actually made their way to the lands of Manassas. Brakka was hesitant to trust Alfred and had some further questions for him. We pick up where we left off.
So, are these crystals, again, are they connected to one big thing, or are they just crystals laying around?
It's a big old wall. Like it's a wall of that type of rock that we have. There's a couple different ones in the Feywild.
Is something like disrupted if all the crystals aren't there?
No, not really. They just these, like, it's hard to explain. These in the Feywild, they emit an energy that we really like. Like my family and I, we really like them. We call ourselves fairy dragons because we're different than everybody else, but we really like them. They give us energy, and it's nice to be around. It's calming, and the ones that I found here and the ones that I suspect they're in other areas, it depends on their size, but it looks like, at least from what I've noticed, the area immediately around the stones is pretty vibrant. It kind of gets a lot of life, but it slowly it sucks the life out of everything around it, which is kind of a bummer. And they just don't belong here. They don't do that in the Feywild. They emit energy, but they don't take it from the ground around them. I've never seen it do this.
Do you know where the other crystals are?
I have an idea where some of them are.
Why do you exactly need our help then?
I couldn't reach the one here. I tried, but my arm kept getting stuck in the well, and it kept making a bunch of noise, and I didn't want to scare whoever. Well, now I know it's Brilla, but I didn't want to scare Brilla in the middle of the night, so I kept trying to get it, and then I heard, like, voices coming up the driveway, so I ran and I hid real quick. Now that I think about it, I don't know why I ran to hide. I turned invisible, and then I ran and hid. But then they were trying to mess with the cows in the barn. I don't know if they were trying to kill them or like what they were trying to do, but then the cows started to go crazy and they started slamming into the wall at the back, and then the three left while they were slamming into the wall in the back, and like I didn't want them to hurt themselves, so I tried to open the door so they could get out. I ended up breaking a hinge. So then I went around to the other side and I just kind of like I pulled on the door a little so it helped them, and it broke the piece of wood that was between there, and I was trying to tell them to calm down, but I think they got scared by me because I wasn't invisible, and I tried to talk to them in Sylvan, and they just ran past me and ran into the woods, and I kind of followed them for a day or two. Then you guys appeared while I was still here, so I turned invisible on top of the roof. And then I just kind of waited until I talked to Aegard last night, and he seemed pretty cool, pretty happy to talk to me. And now I feel bad because I feel like I scared you, and I scared Kadie and Brilla at first, and like that's not what I wanted to do. That's not cool.
So, where's the next stone at then?
It is between here and there's actually 3 of them between here and Evorgos that I know of.
Okay. And you absolutely need our help, or can you just do it on your own?
I mean, I could probably get some of them by myself. I try to get the farther ones out first because, like, I want to go home. So once I have them all, I can just go back through the area in the forest.
It sounds like we do need to try to help him, Brakka, based off of some things he's not able to reach or grab, or
Like reaching his hand into a pit.
But I don't
I
want
mean,
anybody
it would
to
just
get
be
hurt.
like if something was on a high shelf for you. Sometimes people need help, and we're in a position to where we can help him.
But only if I don't want anybody to get hurt. Like this is my fault. I'm trying to fix it.
Brakka is going to. Can he use like a piece of paper, like a piece of parchment paper, like the same way Aegard did, like as a mitt, pretty much to grab one of the crystals?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Brakka's gonna grab the smaller crystal with a piece of paper covering his hand, and he's gonna toss it to him.
So as you toss it, he kind of goes to catch it, and then kind of bounces around his hand, and he kind of turns his hands away, and it drops. And he reaches down to his side and pulls out the bag and opens it, and then uses 2 fingers on his right hand to kind of manipulate the bag to pick it up and kind of drop it in, and then closes the bag.
Okay.
I don't really like to touch them. Look.
It messes with you as well? I thought... How does it
No,
mess with
not
you?
really. It's just this was like... If I had known these rocks were going to be this much problem and I was going to get in trouble, trust me, I would not have shown anybody that wall. That's all I'm saying. I don't like to mess with them. He threw me a pebble.
How did...
I have big hands. I can't catch those.
How did they even persuade you in the first place?
They were very nice.
That's it. Somebody just has to be nice to you to persuade you.
I mean, we went into a cave
They told me,
persuaded by them.
Well, there was a reward involved.
Yeah.
We're not exactly one to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, not many people mess with my family. Like, my mom and dad are kind of on a Fae council. So, like, they're kind of important in the Fae realm. And I didn't think that anybody would really, like, mess with our family that way. Because that does go, like, against all of our rules. Like, you don't...
Well, if you're a powerful person, you're going to have enemies. It's just natural.
Well, I'm not powerful. That's just my mom and my dad.
You're a part of somebody who's powerful. But anyways,
Kind of. I can do this. And he turns invisible. And then he reappears. He's like, I can do that at will, but that's about it.
okay. Well, I gave you one now.
I appreciate it.
I'll give you the other one after 2 things are done, okay?
Okay.
Tell
Okay.
your parents what you did.
Ooh.
And then after all the other crystals are found, I'll give you the other one.
No, he cannot return home without them. We will give him the crystal now.
Yeah, I can't. So they're not here. They're not on this plane, so I would need to go back to tell them. But I kind of decided I wasn't going to go back until I got all of them. Because if I can beat them home, then I kind of don't have to tell them.
So we find all the crystals.
Mm-hmm,
It doesn't matter if I give you this one now or then.
That's fine. That can be the 15th one. I don't know if you mind, but can you show it to me so I know it's there? I just need to know so I know where the other ones are.
Is it in the bag or no?
Is
I
it in
gave
your
them
pouch?
both to you to. Well, we put them both in the bag.
They're both in the bag.
Well, no, now one is with him.
One's with you. One is in the bag.
We can show him the one in the bag. Here, actually, here is,
I
and I'm
I
gonna.
can go this way. I can walk away if you just want. I just didn't want to know what size it is, so I know what areas I'm looking for.
Brilla gave me this, and from a box that belonged to her grandmother. Apparently, the stones have been here. Some stones have been here for some time. And he pulls out the cloth. You can grab the stone with this cloth.
Ooh, that's a really nice cloth. That looks like the inside of my bag.
Could Brakka real quick insight check him just after all the talking?
Yeah.
Bet. Oops, wrong one. 19.
Super innocent.
Okay.
He just wants to get the stone. He's just trying not to get in trouble.
Okay. What is it? Like a...
It's like a cloth. It almost looks like metal, but cloth. It's the same stuff that's in the inside of his bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's this.
It's like a lining.
Yeah, it's like a lining that just has kind of lead woven into it, but it's very fine. Like the detail work and the way that they did this was immaculate. Like it would not be just your run-of-the-mill tailor. Whoever made this knew what they were doing and made it for a purpose.
How did you get it?
It was a box that belonged to Brilla's grandmother.
Okay.
What, Alfred?
That just felt like the right thing to do at that time.
Your input is unnecessary there.
Brakka.
Brakka will put the book back in the bag of holding, and
Oh, that's good.
Well, I knew exactly what he was possibly going to do.
and he'll take the fabric thing if you'll let him.
Yeah. Oh, he's handing it to you.
Okay. Then he'll take the stone out and then hand the fabric with the stone to you.
Out of game, I have a feeling you have a question, or maybe Brakka has a question about, or maybe not,
About what?
that you're not asking.
About what?
About the stuff that belonged to Brilla's grandmother, but the stones are...
But Brakka purposely doesn't ask questions sometimes.
No, okay.
I mean, I'll ask later, but
Okay.
just right now doesn't seem like the right time.
Okay.
And he'll hand it to, and he'll like hover it near you and just say, "Are you 100% certain we could trust him?"
I trust him completely.
You realize you just met him yesterday, or today rather.
I realize I met you a week ago.
Okay.
Snap. Crackle and pop.
Do you trust me? Why?
I don't have reason not to.
Okay. He'll hand the fabric thing to you.
Okay. Tuck it back in this.
Or fabric thing with the crystal on it.
Oh, with the crystal on it?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you wanted to hold on to this crystal.
No, because Brakka knows you're going to be mad, so...
No, I mean, Alfred has agreed to this.
Oh.
For you holding on to it.
Yeah,
So if we want to hold on to it to the end, it does not belong to us. And he is here to take them away, because obviously it is hurting our world. But it's safe in the bag. If he is agreeable for you to hold on to his property until we are done, then I do not have a problem with that.
I don't mind. I would like them, but I mean, if I'm going to get them all before I leave,
Take the crystal. Just take it. Just
Well, Brakka,
he's
since
going
he is
to...
agreeable, do you want to hold on to the crystal?
It's a big, dumb blue crystal. I don't want it anymore.
Okay.
So he's going to look at Brakka and in Draconic just say, are you sure?
I mean, if you want me to keep it, I will. I don't need it. I mean, it's cool, admittedly. He's saying all this in Draconic since he just called it dumb and common. But I can't use it for anything, I don't think.
It's got some pretty cool properties. If you ever wanted to check it out, you could check it out, but I would suggest doing it in the Feywild. But you're more than welcome to, if we get through this.
Brockers is going to kind of shrug and just hand the crystal to him.
Thank you.
I think that sounds like a really good plan.
He's going to take it in that cloth and just kind of open his bag and just dump the crystal off of it and then hold the cloth back out.
Aegard takes it.
Thank you. So that's 4. We only have 11 more to get, guys.
So these are different sizes. How big do they get?
Your size.
There are a couple that are fairly large.
There's probably 2 of them that are close to your size.
I don't know how I feel about being compared to something like that. That's
Well, they're about.
Well, I get that. But
In length.
It's startling. It's startling how big they can
How
get.
big
I
they
guess.
can be.
Yeah, really had to pee, and I left the room for like 2 minutes. And when I came back, they were like carrying them out, and I tried to chase them, and they ran through a portal, and that's how I got here. I followed them through the portal, and it closed. It closed.
We're learning so much today. I didn't realize fairy dragons had to pee as well.
Well, I mean, sometimes it happens. But they closed the portal on me, and I kind of... So I make it sound cooler than it was. I was trying to chase him, I tripped, and I fell through the portal, and then he holds his left hand up, and he's like, and one of... I don't
Fingers
know.
got sliced off.
Yeah. It hurt a lot.
I'm not trying to be rude, and he's gonna look over at Aegard. How did you trip?
Well,
Were you running or flying?
I was running. It was kind of what happened with the pen. I haven't always been like super able to fly. That's why I didn't go with my parents. So like I was trying to work up flying, and like I've taught myself how to fly short distances, but I was running to fly, and I fell, and I stumbled, and I broke the pig pen. Then he kind of looks at Brilla, and he's like, "I'm sorry, it wasn't the wizards." She just kind of nods again with like a kind of a little like wry smile. She's like, "It's okay. It wasn't intentional." He's like, "I'm sorry, guys, but like if I can get all these crystals and get them home, like it will at least stop whatever's going on here, which was never my intention."
Alfred, how far away is the nearest one you know of?
It's probably about a day's ride for you guys. It probably take me about half a day to fly there, but I didn't see anything around it. It's just these seem randomly scattered. From what I've seen, I found about, like I said, 3 more.
Why can't you get that one? Just curious.
I didn't try
Why didn't you try?
because I could feel a stronger pull that way, which disappeared. I'm assuming when you guys got this stone. I don't know if you know, but this is like, if it's our stash, like we kind of, like if somebody takes it, we can feel it. We know where it is. And so I was trying to get them all back. Like I could find them all by feel, but sometimes, you know, I'm a dragon, and some people are mean, and you know, the last week, 2 weeks I've been here, I've been teaching myself how to fly because I didn't really know how to fly before that. So
What time is it?
It is 9:45.
it's like midday.
Oh, okay. Thought it was closer to the evening.
Actually, that's true. It's probably like 3, 4-ish. It's been a little while that you guys.
Because it took us a while to fix some stuff.
Fixing stuff, getting the pigs, and having, you know, this conversation and everything. And Brilla, you can see she is still like, she's not comfortable being around Alfred, but she's like, I mean, it could be worse, I guess.
Was there anything else that we wanted to do today besides fix the pen and the door and make sure she was fine?
Was it?
So should we head out and find somewhere to camp?
I think we could make some good time today.
I have another question. Whose blood, or what's blood was, or whose blood was that in the barn? Was that a cow's, a wizard, yours?
I think it was one of the cows. They were slamming against the door really hard. I'm honestly surprised that they all were still alive. But those wizards, they were not nice.
I thought we only found 3 of the 4 cows.
Got the 4th one this morning.
Oh, gotcha.
Two of the wizards are dead, if that makes you feel better.
It makes me feel a lot better, actually. They're kind of dicks.
Not sure a fairy dragon would
Was
be
that in
swinging dicks.
Was that in Sylvan?
That was in common. He's like they were picking on the cows. They were picking on helpless creatures. They're not very smart.
So I don't know about the rest of you, but if we've already completed everything we were wanting to do today, Do we want to just, because it looks like we have still a lot of time left before nightfall, do we want to go ahead and start heading out to find somewhere safe to camp for the night?
I would be agreeable to that.
And we could probably make halfway to...
We could probably get pretty close to halfway to the next stone.
Yeah.
You could probably get there by midday tomorrow if we, just kind of keep on moving.
So the stones, can you sense whether or not some are stronger than others?
Yes.
How strong would you say this one is?
The next one's probably about the size of a baseball again.
Okay.
Alfred, do you
I'm
have
sorry.
to
The
sleep?
next one's probably about the size of the one you put in the bag because he has no idea what a baseball is.
Yep.
Alfred, do you have to sleep?
I like to.
Okay.
I don't have to sleep super long, but like I do like to get my. There's if I don't get rest, I don't look as shiny. Not as
Aw.
pretty.
I was just wondering because we usually take turns doing watches, but
If you want me to, I can.
well, I was just curious. Do we want to gather our things and head out?
Just to be clear, though, if I am watching, I should probably stay invisible, huh?
That
might
would be
an
best.
advantage. Yeah,
Okay, I can do that.
for yourself, not for a dice roll. So I would just look at Brilla and let her know, I think we've done everything that we needed to do here for now. We are going to be heading to Evorgos. So if you need anything, you can always send for us. But other than that, we will be on our way.
Okay. Thank you. If you want to take some more food, and you just see Alfred, he's like, "Can I just have like a little bit of the meat?" She's like, "Sure." And she goes out there and she grabs a good amount of meat for you guys. It's probably like, I'd say each of you can probably add like 3 rations or whatever to your inventory. And the 3 rations that you guys get, it's like triple that is what she gives Alfred. And Alfred in like one bite just like throws it all in. He's like,
Oh, no.
Sorry, Brilla, I ate all your chickens.
he's like, "Brilla, that was delicious. Thank you." She's like, "Oh, you're welcome. Thank you again for helping me fix my farm. If you guys ever need anything, you know where I live. I don't plan on heading anywhere." And Alfred's like, "No offense, but I really hope I don't see you again. So once we get these stones, I want to go back to the Feywild, and I'm just gonna not trust old ladies again."
I go up to Brilla and also give her a pouch of calming tea
Okay.
leaves
Thank you.
just to help you through the next few days. I know it's probably going to be a little unnerving for a few days.
She kind of chuckles and she's like, "Yeah, thank you."
Good luck to you, Brilla.
I appreciate it. I appreciate all your help. Thank you for the tea. You're right. The next few days are probably going to be rough. Safe travels. You guys set out on the road. You're headed to Evorgos. You do notice that Alfred, even though he's invisible, you could see when he dips low, and it's kind of often he kind of goes up and down trying to stabilize. You could tell he's still kind of figuring out flying and the wings and that. He didn't really need to in the Fae yet. His family lived underground, so he was like
Right.
always there. So you can see kind of the trees start to move out and come back in as he gets low, and then he goes back up, and then you can just barely hear the beating of the wings. You guys do get to a point.
Brakka, are you on my shoulders?
Oh, no. Not right now.
No? Okay.
You guys do get to a point where as Alfred's flying over, he kind of just in Sylvan, you guys hear, so how'd you guys meet? And he kind of looks around at the group and he only sees
Only one of us can understand what you're saying.
Oh. He's asking how we met.
Sorry, he says in comment. Sorry, I figured all of you spoke Sylvan since.
No, it is something of my people.
Oh, okay. So how'd you guys meet?
Caravan. No, that's not right.
Ibron and I were on a ship together and arrived at a place called Port Savorsa.
Oh,
There at a lovely little restaurant called Finley's Fresh Catch. We met Brakka and Kadie.
Brakka and I met on a caravan.
oh, that sounds fun. Do they have good fish there?
Some days.
It is hit or miss.
That's what we used to eat quite a bit of. We used to eat a lot of fish. It was nice because our cave, like where we came out, there was like a river that went right by the mouth of it, so like I didn't have to go very far. But yeah,
Is he flying above us while we're having this conversation? Okay.
invisible too. So you just hear this voice coming
We're
out
just
of the
talking
sky.
to each other. Yeah.
We should take him to see Finley at some point.
Not
Just a
exactly a good
suggestion.
idea to bring a dragon to town.
Well, he can stay invisible until we get into Finley's, and he can use the big door.
If we have, he's going to be leaving fairly soon.
Well, I'm just.
But,
I
no,
mean,
it
it's
is-
a suggestion.
It's a very good idea, though. Thank you.
Who's Finley?
The restaurant owner.
Oh, okay. Cool,
Restaurant and
cool.
inn, I guess. Yeah, both.
Yep.
He's very nice.
I'm gonna be honest. You guys all kind of look like outcasts, like me.
Yep.
So it's kind of nice to meet you guys. Most of the people that don't look like you, they kind of look like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. They don't look like animals. They look weird.
Mm-hmm.
They're very mean. I tried. So you guys asked, well, why I'm asking you guys for help. I tried asking others for help. Didn't go very well.
Understandable.
What was that?
Those are dogs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. The kids might be home now.
But yeah, it didn't go very well. They were kind of mean.
Did you have to kill anyone?
No, I ran.
That's a good question, actually.
Like I ran.
But how?
I didn't trip that time, so that was good.
But how far is it until dusk? How long do we think?
Probably like 2 or 3 hours.
Okay. At some point, whenever we're done here, Aegard wants to try something.
Okay, so he's just kind of flying along, just having a conversation with you guys.
Okay. Aegard wants to have a feeling that something maybe changed in him the night before.
Oh. Some
Puberty.
changes.
Okay.
He is going to try wild shape into
A
something
horse.
that he couldn't do before.
Okay. Are you letting everybody know to
Yeah.
stop?
So I'm. You guys continue walking. Alfred, I'm gonna join you. Try to join you up in the sky here in a moment. I won't be able to talk to you, but I can, fly along with you.
Okay, that sounds fun.
And Aegard's going to attempt to wild shape. It's going to be level 1, so
Okay.
Oh,
Roll.
probably the thing. Yeah.
Yep.
A 6.
Ooh, go to the table.
Oh, damn it! I thought it was the other way around.
What's
10 and up, nothing.
Okay.
1 through 9.
Okay,
Anything
that's-
lower than a 10
okay.
is we go to the table.
Let's see here.
Has to roll again,
So
doesn't he?
D6.
Yeah, he's rolling on his table.
Okay. Okay. That was a 5. So
Oh God.
I need to, let's see. I need to roll another d6. So let's hope for a 1 through 4.
Fingers crossed.
Sorry. Oh, that's off the thing. Cocked.
Haha. Name of the podcast.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a 3.
Nice.
So that's...
Oh wait.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's just another... So then just a d20. 10? Okay. So Aegard, you see him concentrating, and kind of like it was in the woods when the wild sheep kind of hesitated a little bit. It's the same kind. Brakka probably noticed it more than anybody else. Yeah. It changes a little bit, and then all of a sudden, you see a giant hyena.
Oh my gosh!
Standing in front of you.
How does that thing fly?
And then Aegard, you see, just kind of looks at his paws. And
I got a 17 for perception of him looking at his paws. Is that?
Oh, you see him.
Yeah, I'm
confused.
right in front of you. And
How does that thing fly?
I don't think that was his intention.
Oh.
Well, he can still... Aegard, you can still walk like it, get the feel of it. Maybe that'll help. I don't know.
He wants his change back.
Okay.
So, okay, yeah. So he just
drop it.
Yeah, since it's not a monstrosity, he can just drop it. So
Okay. So you guys set out on the road. You've gone for a few hours.
Since it's not a monstrosity, it's fine.
What?
it's an option.
Just wait. Just wait for that on the table.
Yeah.
God.
So you guys travel for a few hours. You make it to dusk.
Yes.
And even Alfred, he's like, guys, I can see in the dark, but there's actually a nice spot. There's a nice spot on the right side over here if you want. It looks like there's a little clearing in the woods.
Nice.
And he kind of points it out and flies over, and you hear this off the path as he lands and plops down.
Okay. All right. Go
Aegard hasn't said a word since it happened, so.
Brakka's gonna kind of turn back and just say, what went wrong?
I don't know. It's the same feeling I continue to have.
Do you think Alfred would maybe know? I mean, he's from the Fae. He might be able to help better than I can.
I will ask later. I just do not feel like talking about it right now.
Okay.
All right. Well, if we want to set up who wants to take watches,
I will take first watch.
I can take second.
I'll take third.
Okay.
I will sleep.
You can watch whatever you guys need. I'll just be invisible.
Sleep however long you'd like, and then whenever you wake up, if you want to stay invisible and help whoever is on watch at that time, that's fine.
Okay. And he kind of curls into a ball, and then you see him kind of reach over and just break a couple branches off. Mm-hmm. And then he kind of sets it up in a little teepee and just kind of starts a little fire for you guys. He's like,
Oh.
Here you go. Here's a little, keep you guys warm. He kind of curls into a ball. He's like, I'm gonna sleep over here for a little bit.
Okay.
Do you have a fire breath?
I mean,
or do you have one or just multiple? Or just one or multiple?
It kind of depends.
How so?
Well, I don't really understand it all. Like, if I think something, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it doesn't. It's like, I thought fire this time, and it worked.
So, if you think a loud boom, would a loud boom come out instead?
I don't know, I could try it, but I feel like...
Well...
Maybe not tonight.
So you just think of something, and that's your breath?
Sometimes. Sometimes it's not that way.
So it's random.
Like one time I thought fire and ice. I don't know. I didn't understand it.
Maybe it has
I shoot ice.
Maybe it has something to do with your focus. I don't know.
I wonder if
Maybe.
I
I'm
could
not
do
very
fire.
focused.
Now Katie's just sitting there thinking if she thinks
do you
of
know of
something
anything maybe pertaining to the Feywild that would cause such things? Because earlier I meant to change to a beast that does fly, and obviously did not.
I think it's just the area that I'm in occasionally. I don't really know. But my parents might know more of it. Maybe after we get the stones, I could ask them. You guys all kind of bed down for the night.
Aegard's at first watch, so he's walking the perimeter.
Okay, go ahead. And you see he turns invisible, but he's around the perimeter. Go ahead and make your perception check.
19.
Nice.
Okay. You don't see anything during your watch, but Connor. During the first watch, as you went to sleep, you drifted off into dreams. A red dust appeared around you, and that turned into a purplish blue, similar to the hues of the rocks. And you hear in your head, I see you.
Oh, shit.
I know where you are. I know who you're with.
That's going to jolt him awake.
Make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage right now. So you don't quite get there. You're close. You hear this, and it's almost like an out-of-body experience. You are third person, right, looking down on your body, and you hear this, and you see this storm almost, this dust around you, and you turn, and you try to get away from it. But the further you run, the closer it feels like that dust gets. And you hear, where are you going? You can't outrun us all. I know who you're with, and there will be a time you are not near him any longer. We will finish what we started. And it's at that point you kind of stop and you look around, and all of a sudden it fades back to black. There's nothing around you anymore. And after a couple minutes, you wake up, and we'll end tonight's session there.
Oh my gosh.
Shit. Man. You bastard.
Thank you, friends and fellow adventurers, for tuning in every week for a new episode of Cocked, a Real Play RPG podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, please check out the links below to see the cast's social media handles and give them a like or a follow. If you're blown away by the show, please go back to the beginning and get caught up. It's been a wild ride, and we would definitely appreciate the support. I am still personally so blown away that we have surpassed over 1,000 downloads worldwide. That is awesome, and that's all thanks to you and the listeners who tune in every week for this show. It's really awesome. Thank you so much. And if you're feeling more generous than just tuning in and liking our social media handles, and you want to help promote the show and improve the show further, please consider becoming a subscriber of our Patreon. The link to our Patreon can be found in the episode description. And of course, tune in next week as the party has set out from Brilla's farm and has begun to head towards Evorgos. The party learned more about Alfred and has begun to realize he's a rather young juvenile dragon. And just now, we learned that Ibron had a vision and a visitor in his dreams, and we'll pick up from there next Tuesday.
Do they fly on brooms?
Carpets.
Oh, duh.
Yeah. There's brooms too.
There's not a carpet around. I'm sure whatever appliance is near.
They use their dishwasher as they fly past you.
Bless you.
Danke.